Hey, it's Lisa with Swifty Travels, and in this video, I'm going to give you a quick tour of the Hampton Inn and Suites in the Seaport area of Boston, Massachusetts. Now, this hotel is located a little bit out of the way in the Seaport area. It's a nice building. It's very clean. I had a great room with a view and a very big breakfast area. Now, I didn't film the food because I didn't want to be rude. It was packed with people. They did have a full hot breakfast. They had eggs, hash browns, and then they also had burrito or taco makings with either turkey sausage or pulled pork this morning, and they had salsa and sour cream and cheese if you wanted to make a burrito or a breakfast taco. They had a waffle station, they had hot oatmeal, they had cereal, they had muffins, bagels, coffee, and juice, and they had little cups of like chia seed pudding or overnight oats if you like that sort of thing as well. So I was very impressed with the breakfast, and given how expensive everything is in this area, that is definitely going to cut down on some of the costs being able to eat right here at the hotel. Now, parking is $62 a night for valet parking. Again, very steep, but it was very comparable with all the other hotels in the area. So I took that into consideration when I was looking for the best price on my hotel. I thought I had read that there's off-site parking that's not far, but when I got to the location, it's not affiliated with the hotel, and I didn't feel comfortable leaving my car off-site and then walking to the hotel with my luggage. Again, it was safe. I didn't see a lot of hoodlums in the area, and actually there's a police station right nearby, but I went ahead and just paid the price for valet parking. They give you this little ticket, and when you're ready to go, you text a certain code to a phone number and they'll bring your car up front. Now, this building is a shared facility between the Hampton Inn and Suites and the Homewood Suites, and I believe they share the lobby and the kitchen area. They even have a self-serve beer station where you pay by the ounce if you want to try some of the Samuel Adams local beers here at this hotel. Here's a few other areas of the hotel that I forgot to talk about. So first of all, here is the bathroom of the room that I was in. Very standard, but very clean, and everything that I needed was right here. They had a really great looking gym. Again, these were shared facilities, so there's a gym here, and don't forget you can come in here to get your bottled water refilled in the morning. And then right next door here is the indoor swimming pool. There was no hot tub, but this was a really nice space, and there's a set of restrooms down here, and it was super clean. Also, if you're a traveler with your pet, they do allow pets here for a fee, of course, and right outside the front of the hotel, this is actually the driveway that you pull up for the valet parking, and there is a little pet relief area right here, and this is where I showed you previously the police station. This is really just like the very front of the hotel. This hotel is actually by the Seaport cruise terminals, and it's a little bit far off from a nearby subway station. The whole area is walkable, and I'll tell you, I walked the first morning I was here from this hotel all the way over to the aquarium. It was a beautiful morning, very clean, very safe, very walkable, but it just depends on how much walking you're interested in doing. Now, one of the things that I looked at when I was going to stay at this hotel was riding the hop-on, hop-off tourist trolley in town, and the Old Town trolley does have a drop-off in this hotel district area close by. Now, what I didn't realize is that my Go City Pass did not include the Old Town trolley. It included the City View trolley, and I didn't realize there was more than one trolley. So I ended up having to walk about a mile to get to the City View trolley stop. It was actually a straight shot down a single street. It was very easy, but it is quite a walk. And of course, you can also Uber or taxi to get wherever you'd like. But just something to keep in mind if you're looking at staying at this hotel. Normally, I book the hotels directly with the hotel website. I typically think that is the best thing to do to reserve your reservation. Now, hotels in this area are quite pricey, at a minimum of $300 a night, and every one of them have parking rates between $50 and $75 a night. Now, if you're just coming to Boston, I actually don't recommend that you rent a car, but in this case, I was doing a road trip to several areas in the Northeast, and so I did have a car with me. Now, in this particular instance, I booked my room through Plannin. Now, Plannin is a website I'm going to tell you about. Full disclosure, I am an affiliate with Plannin, and I don't push it too much because I always like to book directly with the hotels. However, in this case, there was actually a sale on Plannin.com that I could not get going direct with the hotel. So here's a QR code on the screen if you're interested in learning about this. This is a hotel aggregator similar to Hotels.com or Booking.com. And what makes them different is that they really push creators. And so all the different travel content creators that you might follow, if they do video reviews on the hotels, you will get a direct link of those reviews on the website. And then of course, if you book through the link provided by the content creator, they will get a commission. And I don't always push it because I do believe as a user, as I do myself, I typically get the best rates if I book direct with the hotel. But in this case, I tested the system and it turns out they actually had a sale on this hotel that was better than what I could get on the direct website. So I do recommend that you add this tool to your toolbox when you're looking for hotel deals. This is just one other place that you can check. It's really most important to me when the hotels are super expensive and in a big city area like this, then I do look for the best price I can get. And I will tell you that it was cheaper and it was 100% refundable as well. One of the tips I always do when booking a hotel is I almost always book a refundable room and then I watch the price. And sometimes as you get closer to the time of departure, the hotel price will actually go down because they do price things based on supply and demand. And then I would cancel and rebook at the lower price. I do that quite often actually because price is very important to me. I do travel on a budget. So if you're interested in adding Plannin.com to your toolbox of tools where you can look for some of the best deals on your travel lodging, then go ahead and click the link down below in the description box. I'll have a little description about there. And they also have not just hotels now, they also have experiences and cruises, and some of your other favorite creators might be on there as well. If you have any questions about my stay here in Boston, then go ahead and leave them in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching.